crew here in Cleveland cleans up the streamers and balloons after Donald Trump's big speech. We want to talk about the man who has taken one of the most unusual routes imaginable to becoming a presidential nominee. Tonight, rare insights into an extraordinary life, from military school to the building of a real estate empire to the coronation in this room here tonight. Here's my Nightline co-anchor, Juju Chang, with our series, Being Trump.
And I will be your champion.
Before he was the Republicans' best shot at the White House. Before he was firing people on The Apprentice.
Johnny, you're fired.
Even before he was a billionaire reshaping the Manhattan skyline, Donald J. Trump was a boy from Queens, the son of an immigrant mother and a successful businessman, a developer. He told our Barbara Walters that real estate has always been in his DNA, much to the chagrin of his brother Robert.
Robert had a set of blocks, and I had a set of blocks, and I asked Robert if I could have his blocks, and I built a beautiful, tall block building, and then I said I like it so much that I glued it together, and then Robert couldn't have his block.
What do you think it says?
Well, it says that just even at a young age, I wasn't so much different than I am now.
His classmates at the Q4 school called him Donnie, until bad behavior landed him in a military academy. Before he graduated from college, he was already working for his father's company.
In the beginning, when he first started out, if you read The Art of the Deal, he always was exaggerating in the beginning, but being able to trump that up really helped put him on the map.
When you look at that wonderful skyline, do you say, I own that, that?
Well, I look at that skyline, Barbara, and I really say it's the greatest in the world, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. I'd really like to buy everything if that were possible.
I bet you would. What about Central Park?
No, I think that should be preserved and left, and Donald Trump should not be allowed to touch Central Park.
A lot of people are very relieved.
He may not have bought the park, but Donald Trump's name is emblazoned on the ice rink and the carousel.
You have said that success is a kind of drug. How do you handle success?
Well, a lot of people can't handle success. I've seen it. A lot of people can't win. They don't know how to win.
He turned himself into a brand, a character with an insatiable knack for publicity, making cameos in movies like Home Alone 2.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
And popping up on shows like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Donald Trump.
I like keeping a low profile.
He perfected his showmanship.
You see why Trump is Trump. Everything is luxury.
But of course, there have been failures. Trump Vodka, Trump Steaks, and Trump University, part of an ongoing fraud investigation. Not to mention his multiple filings for bankruptcy, all business blunders on the Don's record. And he hasn't always been lucky in love either. His troubled first marriage with Ivana and alleged affair with Marla Maples, who would become his second wife, fodder for tabloids. Something his daughter Ivanka admits was challenging growing up.
That was not particularly fun. Nobody wants to see, the tabloid one-liners. That wasn't very charming, no.
But the third time seems to be the charm for Trump. His wife Melania told Barbara Walters they're very happy together.
Your husband has been married twice before. Did you have any concerns that it might not work out?
No, I didn't have any concerns. We have a great chemistry, and to be with the man as my husband is, you need to know who you are. You need to have a very independent life as well, and supporting him. You need to be very smart and quick and be there for him when he needs you.
It was just last June when he decided his country needed him after toying with the idea for decades, once telling Oprah he wouldn't run unless he thought it was critical.
And I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
I probably wouldn't, but I do get tired of seeing what's happening with this country. And if it got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally, because I really am tired of seeing what's happening with this country, how we're really making other people live like kings, and we're not.
From the beginning, it's been an unconventional campaign, declaring in a candid and to many offensive speech.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
His run originally met with skepticism. His resume and reputation not necessarily considered in line with an applicant for the White House.
Trump's running for president, this is your worst nightmare.
Could he actually win?
No
freaking way! But for Trump, his confidence never wavered.
What words would you use to describe Donald Trump?
Well, I mean, I'll give you the positive. I've always had great imagination. I've had great success with money. But what they say is he a nice person? And I think actually I am a nice person, but I think the thing that will surprise people, I'll be a unifier. I think I'll bring people together. And that includes blacks and whites and everything. I think people will come together.
At least tonight, he brought this crowd together.
I will fight for you, and I will win for you.
But can he build enough steam to become the 45th president of the United States? 109 days to go. For Nightline, I'm Juju Chang in New York.